How to crochet the blooming granny square. For this stitch you will need a crochet hook. Special thanks to our sponsor Cassell for providing today's hooks. Today we are using their Addy Swing ergonomic crochet hooks in size USF and 3 balls of yarn in different colors. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. We're proud to introduce their Bon Bon line, a collection of mini skeins of yarn that are perfect for your everyday craft use and different styles of color work. Today we are using yarn from their Beach colorway. For this stitch you'll need to know the following techniques: slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, popcorn stitch. To begin this stitch you must create a chain of 4, and then we're going to join that in the round with the slip stitch to make a ring. Round 1. Continuing with color A, we're going to chain 1, then we're going to do 8 single crochets into the center of our ring. Okay, when you've finished your 8 single crochets, we're just going to do a slip stitch into the first single crochet from the round. Round 2. Continuing with color A, we're going to chain 3. Now this is going to count as a double crochet. Next we're going to do 4 double crochets into the first stitch. Okay, so when we finish this last loop, we're going to pull a little bit extra through. Then we're going to go back through the first double crochet, or our chain, our top of our chain here, and then we're going to go through the loop and we're going to pull it tight. And then we're going to chain 1. Okay, and that's going to be our first popcorn stitch. Okay, then we are going to chain 1, and we're going to do another popcorn stitch into the next stitch. So this time we're going to do 5 double crochets into the next single crochet. And so that's 3. Four. And 5. So when we pull this loop through, we're just going to pull a little bit extra through. Then we're going to go through the first double crochet that we created there. And we're going to come through that loop. We're going to pull that loop through, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, so we're going to continue that pattern all the way around 6 more times, and we'll have a total of 8 petals here from the popcorns. Okay, so to finish this round, we're going to insert our hook into the 3rd chain on our 3 chain from the beginning of the round, and we're just going to do a slip stitch into that chain. Okay, and that's how you finish round 2. So since we're finished with color A, we're just going to cut a tail on there. And then we'll work that into the pattern on the next round. So for round 3, we're going to add color B, and in this case we've got this cool orange color here. So we're just going to take this yarn, we're going to grab it, and we're going to pull it through that loop from the slip stitch from the row before. Then we're going to tighten down that stitch from row A, and then we'll act as this stitch being our new replacement stitch. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but so now we're going to do a chain 3. 1, 2, 3, okay, and then we're going to work 2 more double crochets into this same space here. Now what I'm going to do as we're working into this chain space between these stitches here is we're going to work our tail in from the row before and our new tail in. So we're just going to go underneath those two. It can be a little complicated. Alright, there we go. So grab those two, grab our actual working yarn, and then we're going to work those into the edge of the stitch the best we can. Alright, so after we've done those 2 double crochets, we're going to do a chain 1. Now this is going to be the first half of our final corner. So next we're going to go into the next chain space here, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. And actually we want to continue working those tails in. So if you can find them, we've got one here and one right here. So we'll just hold those next to the chain space that we're working, and we're going to work it just as if we were working around that chain space. We'll also work on those tails. Okay, so we'll pick up the yarn through and around. That will work them in real nicely so you don't have to weave them in later. And probably after this section here, you can just trim those, and they shouldn't really go anywhere. Depending on how long you cut your tails, you might want to go a little bit longer and maybe do another section. I think I might do another section actually. Alright, so now we've got the middle here. We're going to chain 1 again. Okay, then we're going to go into the next chain space and do 3 more double crochets, working in those tails as we go. This is actually going to be the first half of the next corner. So we're going to then chain 1 here, and we're going to do another 3 double crochets into this same stitch here. So we're making the other half of our corner. Okay, so we're going to repeat the section from this middle 3 double crochets until the end of the corner 2 more times. So we're going to go here and into the next 2, and then we will do it once more, but we're only going to do half the corner until we get to the end. So we'll do 2.5 really repeats until we get to the end. Alright, so to finish this section here, after we've done our 2 repeats with the corners, we've done another 3 double crochet section. Now we're going to finish the corner by doing another 3 double crochets into the same corner that we started with. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 then, and then we'll do a slip stitch into the top 3rd chain from our original 3 chain cluster there, or 3 double crochet cluster. Alright, and since we're finished with color B, we can go ahead and do the same thing and just cut a tail, and we'll work that into the pattern later. So to begin round 4, we're going to add our next color the same way that we did with round before. We're just going to tighten down the stitch from the first round, or the previous round, and then this stitch will replace that. Okay, and then we are going to do a chain 3. Then we will do 2 more double crochets into that same space. And again, we're going to work in those loose ends as we go. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. And then we will do 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. Then we'll do another chain 1, and we'll do 3 more double crochets into the next double crochet or chain 1 space. Alright, then we're going to do the corner. So we'll chain 1 again, and I'm actually going to stop working in our tails now. So we're going to do 3 double crochets into the corner from the row before. Then we will chain 1 and do another 3 double crochets into that same corner. Okay, so we're going to continue repeating this sequence 2 more times, starting with the chain 1 after our half corner here, and we'll end after the double crochet cluster of 3 that we do on this side here. So we'll do 2 more full repeats and then 1 more half repeat till we get to the end. Okay, so when we finished our 2.5 repeats, we're going to do the corner here. So we'll make sure we do a chain 1, and then we'll do 3 more double crochets into that corner. that we started with. Okay, when we finish our 3 double crochets, we'll chain 1, and then we will do a slip stitch into that top chain of our 3 turn chain from the row before, or the beginning of our round, and then we'll fasten off. So we'll just cut our yarn and weave it in, and that's how you do the bloomin' granny square. Here's another look at the finished square. Want more New Stitch a Day? Check out our website at newstitchaday.com.